Like, if I have a thing and someone else has that thing and they find out I have it too, are they gonna feel good or bad with that information? Because when I got diagnosed, they started listing names. They were like, you know who else is bipolar? Selena Gomez. And I was like, that does make me feel better. She is very pretty. Okay, I'll be bipolar. I did not grow up in a household that was very, like, mental health conscious. Like, we were very religious. I don't know if you've ever tried to tell your conservative dad that you have a mental health issue. It doesn't go great. When I was in high school, I was like, Dad, I think I'm depressed. And he was like, you just need some protein. Get a scoop of peanut butter. Yeah, there's a lot of dads out there just white-knuckling it through life right now. Clinging to a jar of chunky Jif like it's the answer. Just a buoy in the storm. It'll pass. The only mental health advice my dad ever gave me is I was having panic attacks in high school and I didn't know what they were. And I was very stressed out. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I feel like this. I don't know what to do. And he goes, all right. All I can tell you is that when you feel like this, get as far away from the people you care about as possible. Until you feel different. Which is advice you give a werewolf. Like, just run into the woods so you're not a monster anymore. Don't let them see you change. They won't accept you for what you truly are. And I had friends who scared me, too, when I was trying to get on medication. They were like, ugh, I tried antidepressants. I didn't like how I felt on them. I didn't feel like myself. And now that I'm on them, I'm like, yeah, me neither. It's the best. Okay? And I do feel like myself. I just feel like now someone's sitting on me going, shh. Stop talking. You will ruin everything. We are trying to help you. You'd be married right now if you just shut the hell up. Remember that? Yeah, us too. We are trying to help you. Go to sleep. Choose a different adventure. And they warn you about the side effects when you get on medication. They go, you know, your sex drive might go down. And I'll be honest, I have experienced that since I got on medication. But I can't tell if my sex drive is lower or if my self-esteem is just higher now. You know? It's like, am I not in the mood or do I just not need the validation? Which is it? Because depression will bring you to your knees and you're like, while I'm down here, might as well make someone feel good. I do not want to waste a trip. If you're not laughing, congrats on your serotonin. And if you're like, what's serotonin? Don't worry, you have enough. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it on stage, and then I needed new material, and I was like, fire sale, everything goes. No, truthfully, I was surprised that I felt so bad about it, because I think I'm pretty open-minded, and I don't think anybody should feel bad if they get diagnosed with a mental illness, because it's just information about you that helps you know how to take better care of yourself. Yeah. Being bipolar, there's nothing wrong with it. Being bipolar is like not knowing how to swim. It might be embarrassing to tell people, and it might be hard to take you certain places. But they have arm floaties. And if you just take your arm floaties, you can go wherever the hell you want. And I know some of you are like, but Taylor, what if people judge me for taking arm floaties? Well, those people don't care if you live or die. So maybe who cares? Maybe fuck those people a little. I don't know. That being said, you have to take your arm floaties. Because it's not cool to know you can't swim, go to the public pool anyway, and jump into the deep end, making it everyone else's problem. And you're thrashing around going, I'm good. They're like, you're literally drowning. And then someone nice and handsome jumps in to help you. And you're like, see, I'm fine. I can totally swim. And they're like, no, you're holding him underwater. You turned Kevin into an arm floaty. And that's not a fair relationship for Kevin. Then someone floats by you on their back and you're like, what was that? And they're like, oh, that's someone whose parents supported them in the pool. Until they could be trusted not to die. Here are your arm floaties. I was very nervous to tell friends of mine I was bipolar because I thought they would think of me differently. And then I told all my friends, and nobody did. And it was actually pretty insulting. Because I've had friends tell me they were bipolar, and I was like, what? You? You're kidding. And then I told my friends, and they were like, that checks out. That connects a lot of dots for us. I told Dustin, one of my best friends in the whole world, and he goes, yeah, your mental illness was kind of like your middle name. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that you had one. It's really good. That was not the feedback I kept getting from romantic partners, by the way. That's not what finally made me get help. Every guy I've ever dated has told me I have trust issues, which is something liars say when you're onto them. You have trust issues, babe. You have a hot coworker and a locked phone, so... I have trust issues, but I earned them, okay? I absolutely earned them. Like, I got cheated on in college. My action.
And it's actually kind of breathtaking if you think about it. Comedians aren't brave. The police. Now that is punching up. On the night that I was called a terrorist in my home country, I was nominated for an Emmy Award. I was in New York for the Emmys for a show called Veer Das for India, for which I already had a legal case. By the time I walked the red carpet, I had 7 more. So I just had to fake it, right? I was on the red carpet and they were like, Veer, how does it feel to be in America right now? And I'm like, well, it's good to be outside of India, I'm not gonna lie. It's good to be traveling. Do you feel like people are excited for you back home? Well, they are not calm. What are you gonna say if you win? Help? I don't know. I just remember feeling an intense sense of shame. God, please don't let me win. It'll really piss them off. Please, don't let me win. It'll really piss them off. And then I didn't win and it just pissed me off. I lost to this big French show and there was all these gorgeous French men walking around and they had heard what happened to me. And they came over and they're like, we heard what happened to you. It must be very stressful. Listen, many of us are going to have sex later tonight. You are a beautiful man. You can join. We will relieve your stress. And I was like, you're having an orgy to celebrate your Emmy? And he's like, no, it's Monday. I'm like, you know, so I appreciate the offer, but like, if I get caught, that's a very bad headline for me right now. Veer Das ostracized and sodomized by 2 different countries. 2 very different penal codes. He's like, no, I understand, but you know, if you don't want to, then there's a field next door. Every time I get nominated for an award, some shit goes down. 10 years ago, I was nominated for a Filmfare Award. Your ironic response is appropriate. Filmfare Awards, guys, are a very big deal. They're like our Oscar awards. Except the Oscars are way more expensive to buy. I'd never been before, so Filmfare sent me a pass that sticks to the inside of your car. The pass says VIP. Full form, VIP. I'd never been, so I stuck the pass on the outside of my windscreen. I'm on the Western Express Highway. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a VIP pass go VIP. Stick to an auto rickshaw and fuck off. This is what I mean about Indian privilege. Very volatile. I, meanwhile, am stuck outside the gates of Film City trying to convince the security guard that I'm an actor in movies. And I swear to God, verbatim, he looks at me and he's like, if you're an actor in movies, I'm an actor in movies. So now I spend another hour trying to convince the security guard that he could be an actor in movies. I'm just like, no, sir, if I can be an actor in movies, you can be an actor in movies. And he's like, what? And I'm like, what? And I go inside. I'm a Jedi. As I get to the Filmfare Awards, they tell me that my producer, Amir Khan, has boycotted these awards. Has not submitted any footage of mine to play for when they announce my nomination. Yeah. Americans, you will not know who these actors are, but they're very, very talented. Deserve their nominations. The lights get dim. They're like, and now, the nominee for Best Supporting Actor at the Manik Chand Pan Pasand. Travel partner Expedia. Hair partner Sunsilk. Makeup partner L'Oreal. Partner Shadi.com. Herpes partner Durex Filmfare Awards. For Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, Farhan Akhtar, and a beautiful 20-second clip of that man acting plays on 2 screens. For Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, Abhay Deol, and a beautiful 20-second clip of that man acting plays on 2 screens. And for Delhi Belly, Veer Das. And a passport photograph. A still photo for 20 seconds. In silence. 20 seconds of silence in a live show is excruciating. You fucking... It looked like I had died. This was my in memoriam moment of silence. Everybody got all sad and shit. They stood up. They're like, oh my God, he died so young. Who is he? Then they put the camera on me. I didn't know what to do, so I mourned myself. I'm like, dead, dead, dead. He's not dead yet. He's gonna kill himself tonight. And I thought about it that night. I thought about it the night of the Emmys. Look, I would not wish feeling like you've let your entire country down on my worst enemy. I wouldn't. And I was clear that day, and I'm clear standing before you right now. If I've ever created a world in which I don't get to touch a microphone, I have zero interest in that world. I just remember standing, like, I was at this fancy hotel called the Beekman in New York, and every floor, it was hollow on